We are back with another edition of Sundays with Serby, and this week Steve Serby caught up with two generations of NYC sports broadcasting, father and son, Ian and Noah Eagle. Now, let's catch up with the New York Post sports columnist himself, Mr. Steve Serby. Steve, how's your week?
Week's great, but always the highlight of my week is chatting with you on Sundays.
Oh, that's not what I expected. I thought you were going to say the highlight of your week was chatting with the people with whom you do the Q&As with, but I'm glad to be the highlight of your week.
Well, you're the highlight of many people's week.
I hope so. I hope so. I hope so. Thank you, Steve. Steve, Ian, who is entering his 30th year broadcasting Nets basketball, is going to let his son Noah run the show for about 10 games this season. Two things here for me. How excited is Ian for his son to have this opportunity? And how does Noah feel about getting this opportunity and the talk of nepotism surrounding the opportunities that he has had in the world of sports broadcasting?
Well, naturally, Ian is thrilled for his son. They're so much alike, and yet there are subtle differences between the two of them. But look, Noah has said if he was truly offended by these nepotism charges, he would not have gone into the business. And Ian backs him up completely. Noah followed his passion, and it happened to be the same passion as his father's passion. Now, he will admit that doors, of course, are opened when you have a father who should be or will be in the Hall of Fame, like Ian Eagle. But Noah's got to kick the door down, and that's exactly what he's done. He had a passion for this, and it's quite evident when you listen to him on the air. And, you know, while we're on the subject of fathers and sons, I'm going to ask you, Mr. Henry,
okay,
off the top of your head, I'm sorry to do this to you, but I'm putting you on the spot. Give me some father-son in professional sports, father and son combos. Go ahead.
Well, first of all, anybody who's been watching this segment, as long as we've been doing it, nobody's surprised when you have a surprise for me or question me, and we appreciate that.
Only because I know you can handle it.
I agreed, and it's one of the highlights I love of doing this segment is that I never know what you're going to throw at me. Okay, so father and son combos in professional sports.
Now wait. Okay, now I'm not counting. Excuse me, Marv Albert and Kenny Albert.
Right.
And I'm not counting Paul Schwartz of the New York Post and his very talented son, Jared Schwartz. So we're not counting those. We're talking about professional sports.
And no, that's no disrespect or shade to Paul and Jared, who we love, and do a fantastic job. We're talking about professional athletes doing together. So we got to go with Barry and Bobby Bonds in baseball. We got to go with Ken Griffey Jr., my favorite baseball player of all time, Ken Griffey Sr. I'm going to keep it here in New York. We're going to go with, Jalen Brunson. His dad, Rick Brunson, both also played for the Knicks. We go with Vladimir Guerrero. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. Is another one we could go with. We got to go with, you can take any of the Manning boys with their father, Archie Manning, also played in the NFL. Where else can we go with this? Let's think. I'm thinking this is good. I rattled off a few. I was on a roll. What about Todd Stoudemire? Is another one?
Very good. That's on my list. Very good. I'm surprised. How about the Alous? Remember the Alous?
The Alous, yes, that's right. Yeah, you're right. Yep. The Alous are there. That's good.
How about Buddy Ryan?
Yeah, Buddy and Rex.
And Rob.
Yeah.
Mike Shanahan and Kyle Shanahan, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Howie Long and his two sons. Right? How about Joe Bryant? You know who Joe Bryant's son was? Jelly Bean Joe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant, the great Kobe Bryant.
Correct.
Kobe Bryant, that's right. Are we also talking about cross sports? What about father and sons who played in one sport and played in the other? Grant Hill, his father played in the NFL, Calvin Hill. So you have one there.
Well, good one. Yeah, I hadn't even included that one. What about Del Curry's two sons?
There you go. Steph and Seth both played. There you go. Your list seems to be pretty good.
Luke Walton, right?
And the great Bill Walton. That's right.
Now, this is before your time, but Gordie Howe and Bobby Hull had sons that played in the NHL, right?
That's right.
Yeah. Bill Belichick has a son on his coaching staff. Had two, actually.
That is true. Yeah. That's pretty
okay,
good.
That's it. I just wanted to test you. You passed the test. Very impressed.
Whew, I'm glad I passed it. I'm glad I passed the test. That's good. All right, moving on. With both father and son, working as play-by-play announcers, do their styles differ at all? Are they similar? And what do they see in each other when they do what they do?
Well, this is one of the most entertaining Q&As I've ever done, and kudos to Eric Handler of the Yes Network for orchestrating this. And because I had done a Q&A with Ian 4 years ago, and it still ranks as one of my favorites, and the two of them together is just double the pleasure. They're both so authentic. They just are comfortable in their own skin. They've got tremendous senses of humor. There's very few people that make me laugh, but these two guys are able to do it. I don't even watch Curb Your Enthusiasm or Seinfeld, but these guys I think are even funnier. They're on the air. They're both conversational and very relatable. They're just naturals, and their preparation is off the charts. Their instincts off the charts. Their knowledge of the game and the players off the charts. And they just love what they do, and it comes across so easily for the viewer. They'd be first-round draft picks. If I was conducting a media draft, they would be lottery picks. How's that? They make my all-mensch team, and they both, a shout out also to Sarah Kustok, who worked last night with young Noah Eagle, and they both complimented her on making it so easy for them as their partner, who is so inviting and so knowledgeable in her own right. So, Ian's in Houston today for the Broncos, C.J. Stroud Texans game, and Noah should be accepting kudos for his work covering the Nets on the Yes Network on Saturday night.
Yeah, salute to Noah for the opportunity and getting it done. It's a huge moment and working with one of the great professionals there in Sarah Kustok and Ian Eagle, who I also known. We both have known for a long time. One of the best in the game, and you're right, a very great sense of humor he has for sure. And Serby, you would have to be in the high in that draft, I would think, in terms of media draft. I think you would be a lottery pick as well, too.
Well, you're just saying that.
Yeah, I'm just saying I'm the one who always calls you the legendary Steve Serby. This is just me.
Well, I've been watching a lot of your videos. You call everybody legendary.
No, I don't. No. I don't do that.
Well, either way, you're legendary in your own right in my book, and not only my book, others as well.
Thank you, sir. Well, here's what the people can do. They can go check out your Q&A, which is pretty legendary because it's coming from the legendary Steve Serby himself. Check that out at nypost.com. Go do that. You know what we're going to do, Steve? Next week, we're going to come back with another legendary Serbies with Sunday with Serbies. Look, that's not even legendary because I messed the words up, but you know what I mean.
I know. That's a legendary statement on your part. Thank you, legend.
Thank you, sir. Appreciate it.